So you guys were one. I'm hearing a lot of you guys. You guys wanted a theme song shortened, so here we go. This girl reviews movies, games, and books. Sometimes she plays them. So does that. And when she does it with the cat, does that make her crazy? Does that make her crazy? Probably. So it's shorter. There you go. Crazycatlady or Martha Butler does not own any trailers or pictures. I use them under fair use, educational, for education and entertainment purpose.
Hi everyone, Martha here. So we got one bad news, one sad, one good news, and time for me to review the next Superman episode. So, spoilers ahead for that. So let's get the good news out of the way, then we'll talk about the bad news, because even though I don't want to talk about this stuff, I kind of have to, because I want to spread the word. So yeah, for that one. And get my opinion about it. So, but first, let's get the happy news out of the way. And that is for, I know I'm a couple of days late for this, but wanted to let you guys know about the next Star Path for Disney Dreamlight Valley. You can guess the theme, including our next Star Path, by these emojis. We have a skeleton, a ship, a parrot, pumpkin, candy, and a screen face, and a Christmas tree. So the first three look like something to do with like pirate ship. So we're gonna get like probably a bunch of something to do like Pirates of the Caribbean, because it says X ship parrot. So that's something to do with pirates. So then Halloween. So pumpkin obviously is Halloween, and then we have candy, which is also simple for Halloween, and then we have Scream. So, and Christmas, so that nightmare for Christmas, basically, right there. So, yeah. So, we're gonna get, like, basically pirates, more pirates theme, and some, and Night for Christmas, and some Night for Christmas stuff. Now, this doesn't mean that both Jacks are coming, because we got a number, because since both of them have the name Jack in it, they're not gonna both come. Jack Sparrow's not going to come. Jack Skellington's not going to come. We're probably not going to get Sally or any other. Or any. We might get a companion. Like maybe we might get Zero, but that's probably it. Because this is supposed to mostly be focused on this theme is supposed to mostly focusing on Belle. So yeah, if anything happens, we'll probably get like things to do with Belle. Like also, we might get like one of the. And if we don't get Zero as a companion, you might get one of the. Maybe we'll get that little dog that follows you. That's a pillow chair. That's a pillow instead from Beauty and the Beast. So we also might get Beast our guest on. That's what I would say. And since last year was Scar, the villain thing, then we might be like do a part 2 and like theme around guest on. But we don't know what day it comes out yet, unless somebody else talks about it. Then I might do it. But I've not seen any release date. So let's get on to the bad news. Let me go back. So now we have the stupid release date for Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, which comes out like next year. You think they would want to start trying to cancel us because of the stupid strike, and they're not really able to film it unless they found a way to go around go around the strike. If I keep on saying dumb, it's because I'm just mad about the situation. Okay. It comes out March 22nd, 2024. And apparently you know how it is when these remakes come. Usually the actress goes too far, and then they have, or anything that something happens, and then they have to do damage control. So it apparently the actress who's playing Snow White in the live action remake, that should not be being remade because she's not even. It's the name. Her name's in the name says Snow White. Okay, she should be played by somebody who is white. Okay, like it was fine when an Ariel was played by a black woman. Okay, her name didn't have white in it. Snow White does. She is Snow. Her name was Snow White because of her name. Is her skin was white as snow. Okay, only. Alright, she doesn't look at the part. But these guys just don't care. They just want to make all these stupid movies remakes, and then they have played by the different colors, so us people get mad at it and spread around bad press so people can go and see it. But some of us are getting tired of it, so we don't bother seeing it until we watch on something that it won't give them money, so they'll stop making it. That's the thing. And the only reason why we talk about it, because we need to spread the word, even we don't like it. So yeah. So people wonder, why are we talking about it? We don't like it, because we need to spread the word to make you understand why is this bad. So yeah. Snow White. So the actress said that she called the prince a stalker. Now, before I continue and talk about who also defended this, saying it was wrong, I'm gonna give my opinion about it. Then I'll let you guys know who defended it, and I'll show pictures. So she called the prince a stalker. Now he's not a stalker. Now she just probably forgot, or she's never watched the movie. Just like Peter Dinklage, these people don't remember the movie, or they just don't watch the movie in the right way. The prince was walking by and heard her sing. She was a princess already. The reason why she was dressed the way she was, because the queen was trying to make her look ugly. She was already a princess. People think that the prince made her a princess. He did not. She was already a princess from a different kingdom. Okay, you guys watch Game of Thrones. How many different kingdoms are in that show? So, different kingdoms. There's different kingdoms in all these stories. Okay, why is it okay for all these adult shows to have different kingdoms, but not these shows that are made from 90 years ago? That back then, when these shows, when these cartoons were made, they were not made for kids. Okay, everybody watched them, and that's how it should be. But no, since we see them as for kids now, because people started labeling them like for kids, we treat them differently than we treat adult stuff. They are what this one's the one that made Disney what is today. Why do we keep on saying, okay, that thing was for kids? It's okay. We treat it like crap. Sorry. It gets me so mad. This prince is also going home, back to his kingdom, and he has happened to see the dwarves and Snow White sleeping. He kissed her to save her, okay? Nothing stalkery about this. If he didn't kiss her, she would have never woken up. Same exact thing with Sleeping Beauty. If Prince Philip never kissed her, she would have never woken up. Do you guys not want them to wake up? Yes, we get it. They didn't kiss them without consent. They were under a spell. How can they ask them, oh, can I kiss you? She's not going to answer. She's under a spell. So, I have to get angry, okay? I'm sorry if I'm raising my voice, okay? I am sorry. I'm sorry that I'm screaming in your ear if you're listening to this on headphones. I'm sorry, okay? I'm not telling you not. I'm just really giving my opinion. If you want to see this dumb movie, go right ahead. But I'm just giving you my opinion about it, okay? I just really don't want this movie to be made, and that's the thing. But we also got talking about the son of the original director, since the director is dead. Now let me open this page up so I can remember, read the names right. So, I'm gonna read this to you guys. I have the article on here on my thing. I'm sorry if I have it scrolled down too fast. It's trying to show proof that I have it. So the original Snow White director's son, 91, so he can't really do a thing. Sadly, he can't really do a thing about it because he retired. He used to work there back during the 90s. The son of the director, because his dad allowed him, gave a good name probably, and got his son a job. So he says remain as woke, not into that. So yeah, even a 90-year-old man, a guy that's 91 years old, thinks it is saying that's wrong. So a live action version of Snow White on the way. Not to everyone's happy about it. An interview with a telemarketer, David Hand, the son of the co-director of 1937 animated Snow White, Seven Dwarfs, whose also named David Hand. So both of them were named David Hand. He named his son after him. Slams the news launch respecting the original. As not a trailer has not been released yet for the film, which slams against his alarm for released 2024. Directed by Mark Webb, Amazing Spider-Man director, and co-written by the Barbie one, directed by Lance. Wait, now since this movie probably will still happen since Barbie did so well, which I still haven't seen yet, so really wish you guys don't put spoilers. So, Rachel Zegler. Now she was fine in Shazam 2. Why is she making me hate her by saying the stuff? Who will play Snow White? Episode just Gal Gadot as the evil queen in the film. Previously said updated the child and more innocence. David Hand also said that the telemarketer is a whole different concept. I just totally am disgusted with it. He called it disgust. Disgrace. The live action treatment being everything new with watching such a great cesspool earlier. There is thoughts that still ramble on. They changed the stories. They changed the process of throughout the process of the characters. They make up new woke things and just not into that. Hand said, I find it quite frankly insulting what they have done with these classic films. There is no respect to what Disney did, and my father said, I think that Walt and him are turning in their graves. Now, the thing is, I don't know about David Hand, the one that directed the movie, but I do know that because that stupid theory about Walt being buried under the haunted mansion or his head's there and he's like in a reserved thing. I looked up like how he died and everything like that. He is buried in California, but he's not buried there. They have his gravestone there, but his ashes are just poured there. So really his ashes would be turning. So if he would see his company, I say that all the time, offhand, because of how many times I see all these movies being disgraced. Because even like you watched my video about Hans Christian Andersen, that he already had plans to do Little Mermaid and Frozen, but he just never got around to it because he, when you make as many movies as he did in his lifetime, and how many things, there's just so many things that he didn't get around to, that he had storyboards for that never got shown for, and the reason why those two movies got made, because somebody went into the vault, or where they keep them, like all the art stuff, and found them, and decided, okay, let's make a movie about this. So yeah, that's what they did. So yeah, he. Why can't you guys? Why can't you just understand that these movies should not be longer being touched? Okay, Little Mermaid didn't make back its money. Why are they still doing this? Okay, I just don't get it. Well, let's get talk. That's out of the way. Let's get talking about something. Oh yeah, it's already 10 minutes long. Oh well. I don't think that the next one's gonna. So Superman, uh, episode 7 is happens as an episode is that Superman got his hearing, super hearing, and he's hearing like everybody in the town problems and helping them out with their problems until he starts hearing the general, because that's what he's calling him. I guess maybe we just know it's a general. We don't know it's still not Lois's dad, but it might have been him. And might have been him. The plan is to use all the criminals that have been using their technology and as payback. And I guess the Mist was one of the people who's working there, because we find out that he leads Superman there, so he gets attacked. Because we see the Mist there, right? At the very end of the episode, we see Mist having the collar on there. So yeah, he was meant to lead Superman there, but he's like been so tired, doing everybody's stuff for helping them out, that he's like forgetting about the coffee, so he's over doing himself. And while this is going on, Jimmy and Lois are working with Vicky Vale, which doesn't look like Vicky Vale at all either. Vicky Vale's supposed to have blonde hair. Yes, they can give her glasses, but she looks like technically what Lois should look like when she gets like older. And when they're trying to see, like, no, that's just basically Lois. So yeah, not Vicky. So I don't get why they gave her black hair if she had blonde hair. Because every time I ever seen this character, now they got her mannerisms right, but they don't have. She doesn't have the right hair color, and she's basically Perry Wright wants her to work at the Gazette, and wants to work at the Planet, because she's I think she just wanted to use. We find out she just wanted to give her a promotion, not to work at the. But she just going around trying to find anything that proves that Superman's wrong, because she's basically in this version of stuff. She is the lady from Harry Potter, the reporter from Harry Potter. Let me find her name. She's basically just Skeeter, who just tells lies in order to sell a good story, because she's just like listening to only the bad parts of everybody and not ignoring all the good signs. Like every single time somebody like compliments Superman, she ignores it, and anytime somebody like insults him, she listens to them. Like when they talk to the assistant of the professor, or the scientist guy who made the Zaro, whatever it is, not Amazon, and he like tells him like everything that Superman's done wrong. Then Lois is having a hard time, is having like almost disagreeing with him since when she saw in the orb last time, and like the end of the episode where she's showing all the universes every time like Superman went evil, and she's like having a hard time not knowing it, but she keeps on saying Clark would never do that. So yeah. And then we find out later that Clark caused a car accident by trying to save the Mist, but nobody can see him because he's invisible. So yeah, and he like saved the little kid, returned her to her parents, which I don't care. They were lesbians. I don't care. Okay, and so when he gets to when Miss leads him over to where the other ones are, his sister, because Miss tells him to save his sister, Banshee, and we end up. They ends up being like, since he's so exhausted, he's having a hard time. He's able to beat everybody else, but he can't beat them. He's okay, and he's like absorbing all his stuff. And the general tells him to stop, and like uses the necklace they have. Like it's kind of like Suicide Squad kind of thing. It makes him stop. So each of them has like on them to to use him as a guard dog kind of stuff. And so they shock him, and they're gonna probably do the same exact thing to Clark, and they take him away, and that's how the episode ends with Jimmy and Lois getting there too late because they saw it on their phones, because every single time Superman helped somebody, Jimmy would get more followers, and now he was probably when he found out about it, he was going to lose a bunch of followers, but basically they saw all of this on their phone, so they went to go and try to help him, but they get there too late. And so, yeah, it's kind of like a two-parter thing, so, because usually when the episode ends, it's Jimmy's walking away, looking at his camera, old happy music, and the episode ends with all sad music. So this one was pretty good. It told its story well, that basically what happened in Suicide Squad movie and what if Superman went evil. And this episode basically shown what would happen if Superman made a mistake and was just too tired. So yeah. Or just trying to save somebody and nobody noticed, but he actually did. So I will probably give this one like a 10 out of 10. So sorry if I got too angry earlier. I just have to sometimes you just have to let it out. So like, share, and subscribe, guys, and bye-bye.